Welcome students to the next video in our ChatGPT masterclass, and in this particular session we are going to get a detailed understanding on what is the ChatGPT Davinci model. Okay, now if I have to give you a simple explanation to it, it is basically something which can generate the coherent and some contextual appropriate text based on the prompts given to it. Okay, now for example, if you provide DaVinci with a prompt like, say, write a story about a dragon that saves a kingdom from an evil sorcerer, it might generate a story over there. Now, what I'll do is, let's go to our chat GPT here and we'll write, let's say, write a story based on write a story s- about a dragon that saves a kingdom from an evil sorceress. Okay, now we have given this particular prompt and you can see that it has started giving us the particular story. Okay, so this is one best example of text generation that you can do in the DaVinci model. Okay, so the first thing we have seen the importance, I can say, or the advantage of the DaVinci model is text generation. I'm just noting it down here for your reference. It can be used for text generation. Similarly, we can also use this for translation. Like you can use the DaVinci model. It can help you translate text from one language to another. So let's say if you provide, some sentence in English, like say, I'm going to the store. Okay, it can translate it to another language like Spanish. So if I just go here, I'm saying translate this sentence to Spanish. I am going to store. And you will get there the translation done in the Spanish language, right? The next useful I can say, or the importance of the ChatGPT DaVinci is the question and answering. Now, DaVinci can answer questions, based on the context which is provided in the input text. So, for example, say you ask it a very simple question like, say, what is the capital of France? And you can get there a simple answer. Capital of France is Paris, right? So it's as simple. You can have a simple question answering session done. Then the next importance is summarization. So basically DaVinci can also be helpful where you want to summarize some long documents and articles into shorter ones, okay, which are more manageable versions. So for example, let's say if you provide DaVinci with some long articles about, let's say, benefits of exercise, it might generate a summary of it in some certain words. Okay, so let's say we can provide it like, say, benefits of exercise in 50 words. We can give it like this also, explain benefits of exercise in 50 words. So it'll only give you till 50 words and not more than that. Believe it, right? So that is another importance of the Da Vinci model. Similarly, you have the next thing, which is the sentiment analysis. Okay, now Da Vinci can analyze the sentiment of a piece of text, determining, let's say, whether it is a positive, it is a negative, or it is a neutral one. Let's say, for example, you can provide some sentence to it, like, say, I am so happy today, and I have just pressed enter. So it's just giving me, that's great to hear. Hope your happiness continues to have a wonderful day, right? Similarly, I can also give over here that analyze my sentiment. I am so happy today. You might write down analyze like this or using set as well. See, your sentiment is positive and joyful. So it's giving me, based on a particular sentence, it is trying to analyze my sentiment and give me the appropriate output. Similarly, you have the next importance, which is your text classification. Now, DaVinci can basically classify text into, categories based on the content. So, for example, if you provide DaVinci with, some news articles about, let's say, politics, it might classify it as a separate group altogether as, let's say, politics, right? Similarly, you may also have the image captioning, which DaVinci can generate captions for images. So let's say if you provide some image of a cat or a dog, it might generate some caption like a cute white cat, let's say, sitting on a bike, something like that, if the image is appropriately provided to it, right? Similarly, you can also have the next thing, which is very much useful at times, and that is your dialogue generations. Now, DaVinci can basically even generate some, coherent dialogues between two or more parties. So, for example, if provide DaVinci with a prompt like, write a conversation between a customer and a customer service representative. Okay, let's say here I am writing a conversation between a customer and a customer service representative. So as soon as I have given this prompt to the chat GPT, it is giving me it in an dialogue generated form. Like a customer is saying something, then the customer service representative is saying something, and the conversation continues, right? So this is how you can use, or you can optimize the prompt in such a way that whatever outputs are needed by the customers, they can be provided with the help of your chat gpt davinci model, right? Now these were some of the examples that I provided, that what basically davinci can do. So its capabilities are quite vast, and it can perform many different tasks related to your natural language processing.